Thank you for all that you've given us, all your blessings, and that you stay with us through and through time and time again.
Amen.
Amen.
Am I starting?
As almost that.
You sure? You sure?
Countdown when you're ready.
1, 2, 3. Pause it and let me see.
Hey.
Hello.
What's up, everybody?
Welcome back
To another episode.
Today we're going to switch focus a little bit. We are going through a lot of change right
A
now.
lot.
Hopefully change. I don't know. We're going through a lot right now. So we're going to switch gears a little bit and jump into something that's a little lighthearted.
Relationship talk.
Or heavy-hearted, because relationship talk can be a little heavy too.
But the one thing is, everybody loves talking about relationships.
Yes.
Everybody loves it. Who don't love love?
Who don't love love? I for one love being in love. I don't know.
I love love too.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird because some people, when I hear people that are like, "Oh, I never want to be married," or "I never want kids," it makes me so sad.
That sounds depressing. Like what?
Yeah, like
Who
why
wouldn't
would
want that growth? Who wouldn't want that happiness? There's so much happiness when you love and
Yes.
love right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody's path is different. Maybe you don't need that specific individual to help you grow or things like that.
That I get.
In my life, I feel like you do. I feel like everyone we meet and encounter in life, that's a relationship. That's building a relationship. So you have your partner or your spouse or your equal. Just that person that helps you, in my opinion, helps you proceed to the next level and next chapter in your life. So we have some questions.
Some really good questions, I think.
Yes, that we asked friends and family to just give us some questions that they had on relationships, on our relationship, and this is what we came up with. So, phone please.
That's a really good question in general. I think we're going to have a lot of fun
Make that fact.
answering these questions. Okay, so question 1. What attracted you to him? And then I'll answer the same.
I'm like, you're directing it to me because it clearly says what attracted him to you to her.
Don't dodge. Answer the question.
So
Answer the
you're
question.
trying to be funny.
Answer the question.
Okay, so what attracted me to you was, let's say, your kindness. He has a look about him, and his eyes is very genuine. So I'd say your pure heart and the fact that you seem very intelligent and well spoken, like an all around good guy, and I like that.
Okay. So,
Gotta get you a good guy.
what originally attracted me to you was, one, I caught wind of how funny and just spirited you could be, because we were in the gym and you started out the blue like cracking a joke, and I don't even know if I caught on to it or not, but I was like, okay, she's a funny one. So originally that caught my attention, and then once we actually started having those conversations and we got to kind of plug at each other, I was sold with that. When I really caught on to the type of person that you were, and and again got to see into your heart a little bit and where your mind was at, I was like, okay.
So it had nothing to do about me being at the gym in my little gym outfit.
What?
I cover up.
Very modest.
So, all right. So next question. How did you know she was the one? Wait, is that the one where I asked? No. Well, how did you know I was the one?
I knew you were the one.
Well, let's hold on. Wait. Am I the one? I don't know. We don't know. Am I?
You may be. You gotta find out and see. No, let me tell you why you're the one. You are the one because of the way that you were able to come into my life, and I feel that there was like an immediate, I don't want to say leveling up, but I feel like that's kind of corny, but I've never been involved with someone where I felt like, okay, I really gotta like be the best me, and I feel like I really want this, and I see that growth in the person, and it was just, it's one of the amazing feelings to describe, to feel like, you know, you gotta be the best you and bring this to the table and just be so serious about it, and I've never gotten that out of
That's huge.
anyone.
That's huge because one, I appreciate that, and two, because little hat, and two, because when you find someone that you can see you can look at yourself and say, dang, I want to do better, or I can do better, or this person, like, I'm doing better, so this person is just almost like that. I don't want to say stamp, that's good. But this person is like reassuring that I'm doing better and I'm on the right path. That's huge, you know?
It is.
We go through so much, people in general. I don't know. I've had relationships that I thought was going to be great and they failed. And that's okay. And I think people need to understand that and not get consumed with outsiders that say, oh, you always in a relationship, or oh, you know, oh, somebody like it. Don't pay attention to anybody else. Just focus on you and know that your heart is genuine. And as long as your prayer life is good and you know your heart is in the right place, that person or whoever that person is gonna find you. You're gonna find each other. The souls are gonna meet, and you're gonna know it's right. I never knew what that meant when people said, "Oh, when you know, you know."
Yeah, but you know, I think that's also a very underrated portion of people when they're checking their relationship. More people should often check themselves to make sure that they're being their best self, so you can accumulate together.
Right. Definitely, absolutely. So.
Now, stop trying to duck this rat.
I'm not ducking no rat. So what was the question?
So the question was, how did you know they were the one? And first of all, am I the one?
I absolutely believe you are the one that's supposed to be in my life. I absolutely believe that. The moment that I met you, honestly, and this is probably gonna trickle into another question I think is coming up, but I wasn't immediately sold. I wasn't even focused on you at all, you know, but the more I got to talk to you, the more I was like, this man is amazing. Like just absolutely kindred spirit, just an amazing person. And then, you know, then we started to date and go on dates and really get to know each other. And I'm done. I could see us building greatness together, and I think that's important. Also,
you gotta see that. You gotta see where you can be with someone.
Yeah.
That really touches my heart.
And another thing that I absolutely love about this man is the fact that I don't have to question or second guess where his heart or where his feelings lie, because he reassures me every second of the day. And that's not something that men are accustomed to doing. So I appreciate that.
Aww. Greatest thing that ever happened.
Okay.
Next question.
Yes.
Let's see. Okay. Question number 3. How does your family feel about your spouse?
Ooh.
It's getting heavy.
So my mom loves Rob. I have 3 brothers, and my little brother absolutely he really likes him. He adores him. He looks at him like he's his brother-in-law,
That's
right?
the man right there.
Yes. So, but Rob is also very good with him. Helps him like with his schoolwork and just like video games. Just talks to him about life. Like he's really involved in his life. So I think that helps. My 2 older brothers are older brothers, and that isn't to be continued. But I mean, they don't say anything bad, which is awesome.
Which I understand. I'm a brother. I
Yeah.
have 2 sisters. I get it. That's how we do as brothers. You know?
So that's just the brother territory. But in due time, and I'm sure they're gonna fall in love with him. Not to be weird, but I'm sure they're gonna really like him.
Gotcha.
As much as I do.
Shout out to the family.
Yes.
So my family actually extremely adores her. I don't know why they're so in love with her already. Like, give me a second to get all that out the way. My family just loves her. And it's funny because so my mom was the first person to catch wind of her. She actually, if you don't know, we met at the gym, we was working out, quarter there, yada yada yada. Fast forward, we're
Shout
here.
out to Crystal.
Shout out to Chris.
Mama Crystal.
But she was in the gym with me one time, and Aida happened to be in there doing like some P90X Super Tie Bowl Olympic battleground training session, and my mom just was taken at that point, and she kind of from that point caught wind like, oh, I think my son got a crush on her, I think he liked her, and she was right.
Oh. And then all of a sudden I became the girl at the gym.
I don't know. I think you upgraded way past that.
Well, no, I mean before we actually had, I definitely upgraded past that. But that was who I was.
That was her alias.
Before.
But yeah, when she met the rest of my family, she felt like everybody just fell right in. They know that I care deeply for her, and they show her that same love.
Yeah, his family is really dope. Absolutely. I adore and love everybody. I feel like I've known them for a long time, so they're very accepting, which is nice. That's hard when you're meeting someone new, especially in an older age. It's not like we're teenagers or we're in our 20s. Like, but he's in his 20s. It's irrelevant. But you know, it's different when you're older and you're dating, and being accepted into someone's family is difficult. It's hard. So it was nice to feel that. Side note, I was gonna say my mom, how she first met you. When at first she was looking like, who is this man? But then she seen him, she saw how tall he was, and she was like, And then all of a sudden he did something handy.
I started fixing tables.
Yeah, he started fixing tables and something.
Fixing tables.
Her whole attitude, she was like, I ain't never seen her laugh like that before.
Oh my goodness.
Say, no, I'm just joking. I love you, Mom.
You know what's funny? I think that a lot of this, and this is just about relationships in general, you gotta kind of prep your families about who you're dealing with when you know that it's that serious. Like I talk about her all the time, so I'm pretty sure when they met her, they were like, "Oh, we already know everything about you, so we know who you are." So
conversation is everything. Like people don't understand when you speak badly about your significant other to your family. That's the image that they're going to keep about that person. So
that's a good point. I think you should never do that because your family will not forgive. You can forgive, your family won't.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that do that often. And they speak, you know, you hear they're like, they told their mom this or they told their dad that, whatever, about their significant other, and it's like that's going to
make an impression,
diminish their whole good, whatever good they thought about this person, because it's already bringing someone new into their realm. Mm-hmm. So whatever good they almost had about this person is completely diminished. It's done.
Here's the point. Moral of the story. Message. Keep your issues within your household and your marriage and your relationship. That stays at home for you to work that out.
Unless it's abuse, physical, verbal,
speak up then.
Anything like that.
Please speak up.
Let this and leave. But okay, that's a serious subject though. But let's get to the next question.
Gotcha. So next one, baby, what did you think?
You always keep forgetting. That's another topic too.
I really don't forget. I just want her.
That's another thing too. Like, should your significant other have your passcode? I don't mind. I have nothing to hide. But
Same here. So
he's actually offered to give me my own thumbprint. So, and he only has one phone. So people be like, yeah, but he got no phone.
Oh,
no, he has one phone.
You funny. All right. So the next question: what stage were you in before you got with your partner?
Ooh. So I was actually trying to figure out a situation that I was going through, and it was a off and on again situation for like 5 years. You know, it was ready to be done, and we both knew. So you know, when I met Rob, it was more so he was my friend at first. I wasn't focused on anything or anybody at all, not even a little bit. It wasn't until after that situation was done that Rob even told me that he had any type of feelings towards me. So I was just in a transitional point in my life. Like, God was pulling me another way, and I did not know or understand it, but I'm so happy that I followed that path. You know?
You made two great points there. One, that we were absolutely friends when we first met each other. It was always first and foremost, nah, you're just a friend at this point, and we just over time were able to build on that. It wasn't even like a conversation had about it. We just literally were friends. We started off like, hello, hey, how you doing? To like, okay, little conversations here, advice here. It wasn't like a, you know, oh, let's start as friends and see. No, it was just like we was just cool. Yeah.
We was cool, and then
she was the homie.
Stop playing with me. Don't. No.
Not the homie. Not
like that.
No, we were genuine friends, and we had a true friendship.
Yeah.
No funny business. So
for you, where were you at?
So I was at a point coming off of over the past couple of years, just being in a relationship that lasted about 3 years, another relationship that took about another 3 years, and those relationships didn't pan out. So I was at this point where I really wanted to stop my focus on anyone other than myself. I needed to take time away to build myself and to grow. I was just moving into another apartment, so I was like, okay, I'm absolutely taking this time to just be me, enjoy my space. I've been in relationships probably the last good 12 to 15 years of my life, and I'm like, for once, I'm just able to be my own person, and I learned a lot about myself in that time. I was really able to, like, you know, tear away all these excess parts of my life, and I really learned what I really needed out of life and what was really important to me. And then I just so happened to, in my daily life, I'm not gonna say I happened to, God crossed our paths.
Yeah.
I absolutely believe that with every ounce of my being, that our paths were thrown in each other's way, and there was absolutely no way we could ignore that.
Absolutely. I, for one, and I know everyone doesn't believe this, and you know, it's your personal preference, but we keep God in our foundation. We pray together. We dream together. We are like, it's a lot of things we're building together, and it's a lot of things that we're doing that we feel like is God ordained, and it's not him pushing his religion on me or me pushing my religion on him. It's not about religion. It's just keeping that relationship with God and having that guidance so that you're not out here just living any type of way.
There's no stronger foundation than that. You gotta keep that faith within your relationship, because once you do that, there's literally no limit to where you can go and how big you guys can grow together. There's none at all, no limitations.
Don't get me wrong, it's not perfect, but it's definitely not bad. Oh, you did the code real quick. You know.
I think you was gonna repeat that.
Okay. Next question is. The next question is, who said I love you first?
Answer this question.
Who said it?
I believe you definitely said it first.
I
believe you said it
When
first.
I did not.
I 100%, and I'm not even trying to be fun. I definitely believe you were the first.
What did I say?
It was just off a night where we were having a conversation. And
was I crying or something?
It came out. We were in a very deep conversation. Maybe.
I was drunk.
Disclaimer. But no, even still, we were in a deep, very, very heartfelt conversation.
I will say this. I'm a lover. I love. That's it. Like, I could love all day long. But I do feel like I am totally in love with you.
Absolutely, it's all about you. I'm so in love with you as well. She was waiting for the word. I didn't
I'm
hear.
all about you.
I did not hear.
That was going to be a whole conversation after this segment.
Oh man.
I'm totally all about you.
Never lived that down. What?
Oh, you've been living on down the road. You play with me.
Next question.
Okay, next question.
Go ahead, I took two.
Me? Oh, you did take two?
I took two.
Okay, so do you think people, this is a question from a dear friend. Do you think people sabotage their relationships unknowingly? Yes.
Yes, absolutely. I think that, and I'm not even going to say particular people. I think everybody somewhere along the line is going to have something they're going to go through that could possibly cause a rift in your relationship.
Yeah.
You got to be a different level of aware when you are sharing your life with someone.
Yeah.
You really got to take time out to psychoanalyze, to visually see how things are going in your relationship. It could be something simple you do every day that may not even be rubbing your partner the right way, but out of love and care, they might just deal with it, and you never know that this is building, and that could cause a total cataclysm between you two.
And I also feel like some people sabotage in a way, like going to look for stuff, like going through someone's phone or monitoring and dictating your every step of your significant other. And here's my take on it. If I have to go through your phone, or if I have to do all these things, because I've done it before. I've had guys definitely do me dirty, right? And I've had not, but whatever, So my thing is, if you gotta go to that extent to go through someone's phone, man or woman, that's not the person that you need to be probably dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Or at least take a step back from that person to figure out your worth and yourself and what you will tolerate. And then if you feel comfortable enough to go back to that person, then hey, have at it if you're strong enough to handle it. If you're not, if you're going through their phone, you're not strong enough to handle that, let it go. It's not that deep. I look at relationships like this. Either it's gonna work for me or it's not. And if it's not working for me, if I feel uncomfortable and my peace is shaken up, I have to exit. You can't make anybody do what you want them to do. You can only make yourself happy by doing what's best for you. And that can be a number of things. It's a very broad statement. but do it. It's not that hard.
Absolutely. Don't jeopardize your peace of mind for anybody.
Yeah.
Because that's what you got.
Yep. So many people do it. They're like, they unknowingly are waiting for this person to change, seeing this person not change, and steadily seeking information to see if they changed or not, knowing that they have not changed. It's like, it's almost a little psychotic when you think about it. Like I'm going through your phone looking for stuff, knowing that I'm gonna find something.
But like
what?
Grandma said, I mean, if you go looking for trouble, you absolutely are going to find it, no matter what it is. You go find something that's going to upset you if you go looking for it.
It could be the smallest thing. But you're definitely going to find it. And then it's like, what are you going? Once you find that information, Then what do you do? Then what? You gonna leave? You gonna stay? You gonna argue? Like it's just.
I think that's what it be most of the time. You just want something to start an argument about. You just want something.
And they're gonna stay. And it's like.
You wasted all this time and energy.
Waste all that time and energy for an argument that's irrelevant because the person's still probably gonna do what they want to do.
Trust issues.
Trust issues. That's another segment. Trust issues. Like one thing I can say about this relationship that I'm so thankful for is the fact that it's very mature. It's like it's a very grown up relationship that I feel like I haven't had before. You know, to be honest, to have someone on a maturity level, like on the same maturity level as me, is nice.
Look back to how our friendship started. We started on a basis of being open and straightforward, 100%. Yeah. Pushing the truth in each other's face. We told each other about absolutely everything that was going on from the start. And it's when you start like that, it's easy. It's no problem to just keep it going that way. Like that's the way we started. Even if I even think about telling a half truth, because I'm not gonna lie, telling or anything like that, it's like, nah. Why would I do that? Why would I hold back? And that's not where we came from. That's not how we started. You gotta keep that same energy.
Right. Yep. Absolutely.
Oh. So, what do you see as the biggest challenge of keeping a relationship strong in this day and age?
The biggest challenge about keeping a relationship strong, I think today it's so many. Well, from a woman's point of view, there's so many women to every guy, and that is hard because it leaves men in our age group a little more. They feel like they don't want to settle down. They're not ready to settle down. They're moving too freely. You know, another thing is everyone wants to chase the bag. Everybody's trying to get to the money. It's a rat race. So it's like money and women are, from a woman's point of view, are just totally clouding the judgment of a lot of our black men for sure. It's the temptation, you know, and that's you know, for someone that's looking for a serious relationship or someone to really, you know, build with, it makes it hard. It's hard because you have to go through a lot of frogs to find your king.
That's a great one.
Well, I guess Prince, but we looking for kings.
Yeah, king. That's a great one. So I was going to go at either. I'm a little mixed up between social media as one, which actually my other answer kind of ties to that too, but you know, people trying to keep up with the Joneses and you know, they end up trying to do something or be something that's not genuine, that's not them. I'm gonna go ahead and take a strike at social media as the biggest in my opinion. And I know it's not that way with everybody because there's people that responsibly do the right thing by social media in their relationships.
But what do you think about social media? Like, because the biggest thing that I've noticed is men on social media, like friends or friends of friends that have boyfriends that are looking at the big booty girls on social media and all that stuff.
It's a culmination.
When I first met Rob, that's all he was following, and we had to clear that up.
Like 5
We had to clean that.
It got cleaned up nonetheless. But it's a culmination because you got the big booty jumps. The big booty jumps turns into DM slides. That also turns into a whole other conversation about people who live separate lives on their social media. You got a few directions that cause relationship rifts when it comes to being on the. It's funny because every platform starts a different issue. Like Facebook issues are different from IG issues, which are totally different from like Snapchat issues. It's like it's a massive combination, but responsible social media usage is an absolute must in a relationship.
It's definitely a must because if people are irresponsibly using social media and sliding in DMs and indulging in too much of the temptation that's out here, it's your significant other is going to feel some type of way about it. That's just inevitable. No matter which side of the spectrum you're looking at it, they're going to feel some type of way about it. So why not just do everybody a favor and just keep it clean, keep it neat.
Wrap it up, tighten it up, tighten it up.
You don't even need all that unless it's, I don't know, unless it's benefiting you in some type of way. It's no point.
Message.
Next question.
That's big too, though. Cutting things that don't benefit your relationship. Right? It got to benefit us both.
That's right. It's got to, exactly. Especially if you have a relationship that is moving towards greatness and for lack of a better word, just if you guys are really building on something, letting these temptations in is only going to jeopardize your success and your greatness at the end of the day. It's irrelevant. It's almost like I look at when you're in a relationship with somebody, that's your spouse, when you get married and everything like that, but that's your partner, your business partner, your accountability partner, your love partner, your God partner. That's your partner. That's your you guys supposed to be your other half.
To the very end. So take it that way. Take it that seriously. Like you're going to be here with this person until you die.
That's right. So, what are some things that he or she brought to your attention about yourself?
A big thing that she brought to my attention about me is that I could be a little condescending a little bit is the word that I'm gonna try to describe it with, in the ways that I try to talk sometimes or explain things, whether I realize it or not. Some things that I communicate don't always come out in a helpful or a positive manner. Like I had ways about me that needed work and a lot of work.
So for me, I guess it would be my approach to things sometimes can be bratty. It's not the right word, but I guess I'm a little I'm not uptight, but if I want something done, I get, a little, I want it done. So, I guess Rob has taught me to kind of relax and that everything's gonna be all right. Or just let people be them. Cause I don't know, sometimes I get a little critical and things like that. Cause I'm critical about myself too. It's a Virgo thing, it's weird. So just to tone it back and relax a little bit and just let things be. Everything's gonna be fine.
Everything's gonna be fine.
So, next question is, whatever you lacked in, did she help you, or vice versa?
Yes. We've had, I count to this day, 3 deep conversations about this, and
only 3?
I say only 3. I didn't say only 3.
Okay.
But based on those conversations, I have really dug into really taking a look at, how I do things, and I'm conscious. I'm more conscious of that now, because that's not. I don't feel like, and I know that that's not the type of person that I am, and I don't want people around me, especially the woman that I love, to even think that about me. So I'm really working on getting that exactly, or I'm going to say expressing myself exactly how I feel versus,
which
slide.
That's huge, because I feel like a lot of people don't look at, their significant other like that. They look at it like, oh well, shoot, my family's cool with it, my friends are cool with it. Like, you don't really, especially after only really knowing me. Like, we know we're building, and it hasn't been the longest amount of time in our relationship, but it's been a good solid amount of time. So for him to say that and appreciate my honest opinion about things and consider my feelings is big. That's huge.
Definitely huge for me, because that used to definitely be a big point in terms of trying to get a grip on what other people feel. Like, that's it's not the easiest thing to take into consideration.
You got a big ego.
Yeah.
That's okay. I like it. It's weird, because it's like, I love it when I hear him doing it with someone else, but when it comes to me, I'm like, oh, hold on, wait. But okay, so you want to get the last?
Well, no. Same question. Whatever you like, then. Have I helped you?
Oh, I didn't answer that?
Nope.
Oh, yes, tremendously. I'm definitely starting to think about a lot more. Just how I handle situations. I mean, I've always been very aware, and I feel like I've always been very aware, but Rob has pointed out other things that I'm just like, okay, like, I need to reevaluate things that I'm doing, because the goal is to be great, right? The goal is to be a better you. So you don't always have all the answers here. You know what I'm saying? So,
great. Excellent quote there.
Yeah.
Excellent quote.
Yeah. So.
Don't. Everybody needs help. Everybody needs help.
And I've met people that's well into their 70s and still need a little assistance. So it's like, how do you forget it that fast? You just be fine. Okay.
Nah, baby, I need you, baby.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Next question. Last question for this video, but not the last question overall. Did you see it coming? Did you think that we were going to be something, and was that a mutual feeling?
I didn't see it coming. I had no idea that Rob had any sort of feelings towards me at all. To be honest, I just thought we was cool and somebody that I knew at the gym. To be honest, I didn't see it coming. But when I did see it coming, I was like, "This is too good to be true. Are you a serial killer? Like, what's up?" He's not, but. But I just, you just think about those things. You're like, why is this so right? And then my friends were telling me, and coworkers and my family, my mom was just like, enjoy it, embrace it. Friends were also telling me, you deserve it.
Don't block your blessings, girl.
Don't block your blessings.
I can say the exact same thing, because no, I didn't see it coming in the beginning, because like I said, it was a genuine friendship. I didn't look at her in that way. I mean, she's a gorgeous woman and she's very attractive. That's obvious. So, I mean, that was there. But again, that was never the mindset going in. It wasn't until after a few conversations, really starting to develop that friendship with her, that I was like, okay, I think she would actually be a great person to have a relationship with, and that just really intensified over time. But even with those feelings there, I always kept it respectful. I always stayed in my place. I never tried to overstep. never put any pressure on it at all. I was very, very, I'm not gonna say content, but I was happy with being friends with her. And I felt that if it was going to be something, and if God ordained that to be, it was going to be no matter what, regardless of anything I could have done or said. So.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, before we sign out, my mom had that one question.
Ooh, let's answer Mama question.
Mama Joe.
Mama Joe.
Mama Joe.
We make a song for everything.
Mama Joe.
Mama Joe.
Mama Joe said, how does a couple keep individuality and not become consumed with one another and not smother each other?
Big, important question there, because I think probably another one of the most difficult things that every couple has to deal with is how to give each other time and space.
Yeah.
Because we're two separate people. We still have to grow in our own right in order to even come together to grow together. So we gotta be able to give each other a lane, some type of freedom. We may have to, leave out the house and do something different for a little bit and come back together so we can have something to talk about and say, hey babe, what'd you go do? What I gotta do? So gotta do things.
And I'm big on that. I feel like people shouldn't really I don't want to say seriously date, but take your time. People should take their time when they're dating. It's okay to meet someone when you're 30. It's okay to meet someone when you're 28, when you're 32. Take your time, because anything before that, you are literally developing yourself and your greatest being, so you can continue your journey in life. That's what it is. So it's, from my teens to my 20s, I'm learning in those moments. I'm learning. Some people learn faster than others. Kudos to them. That's great. But for majority people, you're still learning, and you don't know what you really want.
Absolutely.
If you haven't dated and if you haven't gotten out there, you don't really know what your best could be. You don't know what the best things you deserve, really, because you haven't experienced anything.
I feel like for most people, you don't even really see or understand the image of yourself until you're coming up on your 30s. You really don't know what you want. And I don't want to sound like an old head or like I'm preaching, but it's true.
Yeah.
And you ain't gonna know until you actually live and go through it that you don't know what works for you.
And it's crazy because life, like I said earlier, life is a continuous learning, you're continually learning. It's a continuous learning experience. So in your 30s, I feel like that's prime time. And I always say that's prime time. Now I'm a little bit more aware of who I am as a woman. I'm strong in my beliefs. I'm very I'm resilient at this point, and I'm still growing. I'm growing to my best self right now. And if I didn't, why you move your foot?
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. If I didn't have those experiences in my 20s, I wouldn't be able to see a man like Robert in my 30s. And that's important. Like, he wouldn't have been able to see a woman like myself, because we both were on a journey of growing and developing ourselves. And I feel like people don't spend enough time doing that. When you're out partying, you're out doing this and having a good time, that's great. But make sure when you go home, you are focusing and studying and working on yourself. And that's one thing that people don't need to see that. Your friends don't need to know that. My friends, I know people that probably looking at me now and probably think like, that's not the Aida I know, but yeah, because you really don't know me. You know you at the end of the day. Work on you, build yourself up, so that way your soulmate can find you. And y'all can lock in together, and that's going to help you go to your next level. This isn't for everybody. Again, this is for people that believe and think the way that we do. We love and believe in it. So that is something that God put in us. That's an ordained spirit. That's ordained.
Love, growth is great. Never stop doing either of those for as long as you live.
Don't stop. Won't stop.
Also, a quick shout out, we got our record player here. We got the Motown Love Hits playlist going on.
The good old classics.
We'll probably put something together with that one of these days.
Yes, so it's been great. It's been
awesome.
love.
It was really fun answering these questions. Again, we love letting you guys into us, wrapping it up with you. It was great.
Yeah, so tune in next time for all the laughs, all the loves, all the creativity. Thank you.
Peace and love.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
And signing out.